Hello again, everyone. Deflect here for But Fair Gaming. Want to bring you a video, my updated Demon Hunter Vengeance guide for tanking.
Hello.
This is my favorite tank currently in the game. Play it a ton. Just love tanking on the Vengeance Demon Hunter. It is a blast. Now, they aren't doing the same HPS as Blood DKs, but they do have fantastic mobility. Dragonflight they're going to pump. We are getting Darkness and Blur and Dragonflight, so that is going to be amazing. Anyways, if you want to check out the links to the Patreon below to support the channel, check out the Twitch page. If you can, like on the Twitch page, follow on the Twitch page, subscribe on the YouTube page. It greatly helps me out. I thank everyone for watching. Now let's get into the build. I'm almost all the gear, I would say, that I want on the Demon Hunter. I am almost this for everything. I could just use some 304 gear. That's about it. I could really just upgrade that. No, I don't actually have a chest piece, so I can't upgrade that. My one piece I am missing. I'll have to go farm for that. Anyways, getting into it, I had to switch Dark Glare from my neck because this one gave me a lot more haste and verse, which balanced my stats out a little better, 30 and 32. And I always take haste with the Shrouded. So that is one thing I do note. I am using the ring from Karazhan. First time you deal damage, an enemy that deals they deal 10% less damage to you for 4 seconds, which is phenomenal. First 4 seconds, you don't take as much damage. I am using the targeting reticle for the verse, and of course the codex, because the codex is absolutely fantastic. It is just phenomenal. Now I haven't got the best weapons, but I do have the one weapon from Mechagon, which deals fire damage. It does okay. It does like 5% or 4%, somewhere in there. And I'm just using a 304 one I got from Vault. So that is the only thing I don't really have that's best in slot, I think. I do have the other ring, Haste Verse, and this one is Verse Mastery, but the 10% less damage for 4 seconds is amazing. So I took that and took the Mastery on that one. Getting into the Covenant, always Kyrian for Vengeance. It's just phenomenal. It gives you Mechanicos. It gives you the best DPS thing in Elysian Decree. And I take the left pass, left, right. It takes fall damage. It really doesn't matter between these two, whatever you want. And then straight down to the left. As for Conduits, repeat Decree, because that's one of your major abilities for damage. And you want it to echo another 33%. I use Infernal Strike, increases your movement speed by 17%. This does not matter. Our finesse conduits suck, so whatever you want to use, by all means use. The Condensed Animosphere does a ton of healing. It's just really, really good. I don't know. Everyone thinks because it only does it once every 10 seconds, it doesn't do a lot, but it does like 10% of my healing throughout a dungeon, so it's huge, huge numbers. Yes, it is only once every 10 seconds, but you're taking damage all the time, so I always use that. The cooldown of Fell Devastation reduced by 17 seconds. Immolation Aura increased by 28% each time it deals damage. And then Healing of Shattered Souls increased by 11%. So I've done the calculations for Viscous Ink. I've done it many times. I've had huge debates on this. Of your damage, and it was always against Condensed Animosphere. Of the damage you take, majority of it, 80 plus, usually 90%, is physical damage. So if I'm taking 14 million overall in dungeon, or 13 million, whatever I take, if 90% of that is damage you're taking from physical attacks, that's somewhere in the range of 13 million. And if the rest, say you have 2 million left over, and it's only blocking 11%, so 420,000, this I guarantee will be stopping around 700,000. So it's double the amount of healing that Viscous Ink will stop from damage. It's just, I've done it many times. I've gone through many logs, and just, it's crazy, crazy, crazy. At the end of the video, I'll post a log just to show one of the last dungeons I did. I think I did a 23 junkyard or something. I'll put that on and go through it and show. So that'll be at the end of the video. Check it out if you want to have a debate on why I don't use Viscous Ink. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's what it seems like to me. Getting into the other part of Demon Hunter is the talents. Everyone runs the same one, so this should be no shocker at all. Agonizing Flames, Fallout, Spirit Bomb, Fracture, Quick and Sigil, Demonic, Last Resort. It's what everyone runs. It is the Demon Hunter build. It's basically what you run unless you want to switch chains in for specific reasons. Other than that, this hasn't changed since season 4 started. It is the build to run, and I will show you why. Basically, when you jump into a pack you want to jump in, and while you're midair, you want to hit Immolation Aura, so you have it landing, and also Demon Spikes. So you can see they're both up, and then I'll go in and hit Elysian Decree, Spirit Bomb, Bell Dev, Immolation Aura again, and then waiting until this gets 4 or above on the Spirit Bomb to keep Spirit Bombing. So you can see I'm doing 28k. Demon Hunters are phenomenal at AoE damage, especially in packs that are up here. And you can see it just keeps on rolling. Bell Dev, and then you just go priority what you have. So the way I work my Demon Hunter when I'm using it, I want Fracture at least 1 on cooldown. So I don't want to be sitting there with 2, because that means I have a chance to fracture more for Spirit Bombs. If Bell Dev is up, I will Fracture if I have 2, and I will Spirit Bomb if I have 5 first. So I get those back on cooldown, and then I'll Bell Dev. Unless I'm taking heavy damage, of course. Staying alive is better than dying. But you can see, you just rotate on what's on cooldown. And Spirit Bomb was up, and then Fracture, and then I'll Elysian Decree, because everything's on cooldown, knowing I'll be able to Fracture 1 more time and get a 5 count for my Spirit Bomb. But as you can see, 5-pack doing 20k to 6-pack, sorry, it's a 6-pack, is very good for a Demon Hunter. And that's where your big damage comes from. If you get up to 10 packs and 12 packs, you do even more. It gets crazier and crazier, and the healing you do is phenomenal. So, you know, you can't rival Blood DKs. You got to get there. If you have any questions of if you can get close to them, no, you can't. You cannot do 30k HPS as a Demon Hunter. It won't happen. What you can do is probably 18 to 20k on big pulls, maybe 23 with your Spirit Bomb. So you can do decent healing and decent damage. Like, you can do really decent damage as a Demon Hunter with Elysian Decree, Immolation Aura, and Spirit Bomb. So that's the way you kind of play right now. And we still have the leap, and we still have the mobility. A lot of these dungeons have negated the mobility. Like, Grimrail sucks for mobility, but it is still an option. But yeah, that's basically the Demon Hunter. Don't forget you have meta, and then I have this to track all my cooldowns. I have Demon Spikes, and it shows me how long they're up for, because as a Demon Hunter, you don't have that many defensives yet. Wait until Dragonflight, where we're going to be amazing. So you don't want to overlap them too much, as you're not wasting them. And then you don't want to have a chance where they can actually overlap and you waste some. Like, you don't want to be wasting this meta and then put up Demon Spikes for no reason. So you want to use your defensives. I don't want to say you want to hang on to them, but you want to be cautious of what you're using at a time. And that's the best way to tank as a Demon Hunter. That allows you to stay in the fight longer, because when they initially came out and you had the Demon Spikes, and in the previous seasons you would actually have to kite. So you were a kite tank, which was good because it was a kite meta, but got annoying because kiting sucks as a tank. It kind of defeats the purpose of a tank, in my opinion. Anyways, if you have any questions, leave a comment below. Like, share, subscribe. Don't forget to check out the Twitch video, and I'll get into the logs here. I want to show the log real quick. This was a 23. We barely timed it, but we did time it. It was just, it kind of went sideways for a bit, but I want to show why I take what I take. The damage would have been better if, we would have been quicker on this. So I definitely would have been higher had we been quicker. Anyways, getting into the healing, this is why I don't take the magic damage one, the Viscous ink. So, calculating the damage I take. So this one here, Condensed Atmosphere, healed for me for 1.16. Almost 1k HPS. Almost 900, I guess, would be the closest. So 900 HPS. The damage I take, melee. I'm going to count all of this. I don't even care what it is. And I know not all of this is magic damage, not even close, but I'm going to count everything that isn't a melee attack, because a melee attack for sure is physical damage. Everything that isn't melee, I will show you the difference. So this one is high because I am counting all this. So out of all of this, 23.34 million. And if you take away the 15, that leaves you with 7.52 million. That, you know, we're not going to go through it and just show that not all this is magic. We're going to assume that all this is magic. 7.52 million was magic damage. So that's at 11%. Remember, we'll go with the 11%. That's 827,000. At 11%, you negate it. Well, that is 827,000. Half of what Condensed Atmosphere did. So that's why I take Condensed Atmosphere for that sole reason. Everyone kind of sleeps on it, thinks it's not great. 10% almost of my healing is Condensed Atmosphere. It is better than First Techniques. So that's why I use it. There's an example. If you have any other questions, let me know. Deflect, firm, but fair gaming.